Hello. This is the first, and I hope is going to be a series of podcasts that you're going to find interesting. And I'd like to talk today about young athletes, particularly young athletes who are always looking to be the hero. From the time that you start becoming aware of sports and you start to understand the nuances of games, you always want to be that person that comes up in the ninth inning, the last inning of the game, with the bases loaded, two outs, and down by 3 runs, and hit the home run that wins the game, a walk-off home run. Or you want to be that that person that makes that play in football that scores the touchdown that wins the game at the last moment. Or in basketball, making a three-point play that gets you into the tournament, and that comes right at the buzzer. When I was 8 years old, I was ready to start playing baseball. So we got all signed up. My folks bought me a glove. It was a black glove. In those days, nobody had a black glove, so I had the only black glove there was. Got it oiled up. I went to this practice, and we got to throw the ball back and forth a few times, and we got to take maybe 6 to 10 swings. And then you had to wait to see if you made the team. Well, I didn't make the team. I hadn't had any experience in playing ball at that point. And so when I was doing the things that normally kids do, I wasn't very good at it. I didn't make that team. I played midget football. And the first year that I played, we had these helmets that looked like they were out of the 40s. They weren't leather, but they looked like they were the old leather type helmets. And they looked like the painted helmets that Michigan has today. So I started, and then the first team guys had these good-looking plastic black helmets that were really sleek looking. Well, the second year that I played, we got those black helmets too. Well, then I moved on. I played junior high, and I got into high school. Still not playing much, not playing a whole lot. And I was excited when I realized that as a senior, we were going to be lined up by class to take the field before the games. And our coach lined us up. The tallest senior, the person in the class, the tallest in the class was first in that class. I happened to be the tallest senior, so I was going to have the privilege of leading the team onto the field. I was excited about that. I just thought, finally, I'm going to get a little bit of recognition for being a football player, even if it is just leading the team on the field. So the first game came, and we went down to the end zone, and we got the lined up to come in, and there I was, the first person. We would run through 2 lines of people made up by the band, the majorettes, and then the cheerleaders. And I remember coming out there and starting down through that row of people and running towards the paper. And as you ran down there, there's cheering, there's noise, the people in the stands are screaming, the cheerleaders are jumping up and down, and I'm ready to hit that paper. And I go through that paper, and I'm excited because old number 67 led the team onto the field. What I was looking forward to now, after all was said and done, at the end of the week, the high school newspaper would come out, and I was sure there would be a picture of me coming through the paper. So Friday rolled around, and the paper came out. I looked at the picture, and it wasn't me. It was the second guy. Because, see, when you're running up to the paper, nobody sees you coming, so they're not ready to take a picture. So it was my friend, the running back, the star running back, was the one that came through the paper. Not only did he come through the paper and get the recognition, but he was also the star. So once again, I didn't have that opportunity. Well, as the years went by, I got to thinking about it, and I thought, I had to break through that paper so my friend would get the recognition of being the star player on our team. That wasn't a bad thing, really, as I look back on it now. because I've come to understand that being a servant is what life is about. Being somebody who serves somebody else is what life is about. So I had to run through that paper. I had to run through and break through that paper so that my friend would be able to come through the paper and be seen. He was the hero. He was the guy that scored the touchdowns. He was the guy that carried the load for us. And so it was only appropriate that he would be the face of the team. Old number 67 wasn't the face of the team. But the thing is, I got to serve him. That's what sports is all about. Serving others, giving of yourself so that others can be successful. Linemen block for the backs. They give themselves up for the backs. That's what being a servant is, giving yourself up for others. Jesus did that. Jesus came to be a servant. He came to save sinners and to serve sinners. And he did that. He did that by emptying himself and going to the cross. Paul writes to us in Philippians that we need to do the same type of thing. We need to empty ourselves in the best interest of others. We need to live our lives in the best interest of others. If we do that, then it doesn't matter if we break through the paper. It doesn't matter if we're the one that's seen as the face of the team, the organization, or whatever. It's doing our job so that we serve others.